Here, I found it. Okay, so we're continuing with the people who are going to watch this on YouTube or I don't know where. So this is what we have so far. We're trying to find a way to rhyme feelings. David had a nice idea to go with feel.
I just want to say Marco isn't waiting.
No, I got it. Now I got it. It's okay. Now I got it.
Oh, okay.
So the blue
Covered
skies
by
fade
the
away.
things that I feel, the damage that has been done cannot be healed. I don't know.
Okay. The blue skies faded away, covered by what I feel, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then, David?
Damage
Teacher, this
that
is
has
kind
been
of
done, the damage that has been done cannot be healed.
No, this is what we're doing. Can never heal.
Yeah.
Teacher, I have one, but it's really dumb.
It's
I
fine.
don't, no, I'm not
There are
gonna
no
say
dumb ideas. Please let me know. Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No, never mind.
Tell me. I insist.
No, teacher, it's stupid.
Now we have this initial.
I'll type in private.
We have this initial scene of what happened. So you blow up your house with dynamite. All your memories just go upwards like a laser, and they are engraved on the ceiling, on the heavens, right? And you can see all. It's a representation of the damage we've done and our memories that we felt. How are we going? What's the reason? What have we done? What's this terrible thing that we've done?
I think maybe there could be like something with the war, like something.
I think it has to be something connected to a personal mistake with us committing an error or something.
Yeah.
For some reason, all I can think of is bankruptcy.
It has to be something connected to behavior to make it more powerful. When you introduce bankruptcy or another object into the poem, it will lose
Maybe
its
we
value.
made some kind of a mistake.
It could be yes, please, yes.
Maybe I'm battling with myself at an emotional war
Okay, I'm battling
against myself, or
with
I
my
don't know.
other self. Let's do this. It's better. Duality. I'm
Yes.
battling with my other self. David?
At an emotional war, or
Now this is what we're going to do. Listen, I'm not battling. I'm waging an emotional war. David, if you get this right, I mean, seriously, what's the word that we're missing over here? Please get it. It's an adjective.
wait, teacher, what does waging mean? I'm sorry.
To wage war, vojuva.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of a war is it?
Cold.
Give me alliteration. We need three W's. Come on. Waging war, we have two. What's the one in the
Personal,
middle?
maybe?
No, we need a W. W.
A W.
Yes. In
But
the
it
word.
starts with an
It
N.
doesn't have to start with a W. A W should be in the word.
Oh.
Why though?
You'll see why.
Awful.
Ooh, close.
Unwinnable. What?
Yeah, look at this. WWW. I'm waging an unwinnable war with my other self.
I think I know the next line, but I'm not good with these type of things.
So the day I blew up my house with dynamite, I faced my own personal kryptonite. Brick after brick, part after part, memories scattered and thrown apart. The blue skies faded away, covered by what I feel. The damage that has been done can never heal. A gray and black painting of a broken nest feels like my heart is ripped from my chest. I'm waging an unwinnable war with myself.
Oh, I think I know.
What?
But I'm not good with poetry.
You don't have to be good with poetry. What we're doing now is we're playing with language.
With self, like an old book sitting on a shelf.
We could use that, probably, maybe. I'm waging an unwinnable war with myself. Let's skip it. Just let us end the poem. Tell me what's the grave mistake that we did. What did we commit?
Maybe like
We blew up our house.
forgiveness cannot be found. It's like a mysterious book. Like I thought of when Sarah said a book on a shelf. I thought of a library where there's a mysterious book that you can never find. That's your forgiveness.
Ah.
But it's
Okay.
hard to put.
We'll find a way. So we need to rhyme myself with shelf. My
So shelf should be at
forgiveness.
the end.
My forgiveness, comma, locked away in the no
And the unfindable book in the shelf.
unreachable, maybe something like that.
Yeah, maybe unreachable. Unreachable.
Out of reach. My
Out of
forgiveness out of reach on the highest shelf.
Yeah.
Like we have to really strive
Yeah.
to reach forgiveness. Okay.
Yeah.
So let us just finish now because we've done enough. We need two more lines to wrap up the whole thing. What's the mistake that we did?
Well, we blew up our house.
No, blowing up the house is just a metaphor. It hasn't really
Yeah,
been
no.
blown up.
No.
What's the mistake we did where life stopped in your house? Can you imagine a situation where you do something and it just life stops in your household?
You don't appreciate the fact that you have a house enough.
Close.
No,
It's connected to appreciation, but it's not about the house. It's about something else.
You lost.
Is
You
it
don't
about
appreciate your
the
parents,
things you
maybe?
love.
It is a mistake you make towards your parent or towards your father or mother. So
Well, you made a
Imagine-
mistake to them. You
don't
weren't
appreciate
like,
them.
good enough to them, and then they died.
they don't have to die. Imagine.
down.
Why?
Listen up.
Damn,
Imagine-
that's
We're talking about something
dark.
else. You are going through puberty. Let's make it about that. You're going through puberty. Once in a while, you lose your mind because your mind is raging, and you tell your mom the F word. What's going to happen? Your house blows up with dynamite.
Never. I would never do that.
That's the whole thing. It's like you blowing up the house with dynamite. If you
Teacher, that's
it's-
too little. That's not big of a
The
problem.
first-
Little?
The first
No,
thing-
Try it.
no. It's
try it and tell me what happens.
Saying to F word to your mom, little?
Yeah.
What?
So
Sure.
if you
No.
tell,
Right.
I'm just trying to come up with a metaphor.
no.
here.
Wait.
If you
That is
miss,
too-
just a second, please. If you misbehave on that level, if you say the F word to your mom, it's a metaphor. Like the metaphor for such a transgression is you blowing up the house with dynamite. Imagine how she would feel. It's like the roof coming down on her. David? what's your-
Yes, I didn't say it wasn't a big problem. But for poetry with this poem, and it turned out to be that,
Once we read it,
it's
you'll
like
see.
wasted potential.
Pay attention. You'll see what we'll do. David, do you have an opinion?
Yes, when you said the things like about our parents, it made me think like, example, when you're in an argument with them and you're like mad at each other and something like bad happens, let's just imagine,
Yeah.
and you feel like you fell from a high place because like it just brought you down in every way. Like not humble, but
I get what you're trying to say. I
Yeah.
think I get it. But we need to suggest the cause of this to make it, because this is the ending. It should be like a punchline. It should be very, very strong. We should convey that we should get the message across with this punchline. So
no, but not with when I dropped the F-bomb, in my opinion.
no one likes it. I like it. But okay. But we need to show what we did.
You
Well,
were
Okay, let's say-
ungrateful.
you don't really.
Because if we just, it's not that it's a small problem.
Even the fact that
for
it's really
this-
poetic, if you say when I drop the F-bomb, it just ruins the whole vibe.
Well,
I
Yeah,
would disagree.
exactly.
teacher,
I would
The whole
disagree, yeah.
point is building up to like such a big problem, and
Sure,
It has
it's
to
This
be
is
so
powerful.
correctly written. And something that you wouldn't reading, and then you just read the final two lines. When I drop the F-bomb, it just
Okay, all right, okay. You
it
get
doesn't live up to it.
Okay, then let's use insult. The face of my mother, or when I insulted my mother.
Well, teacher,
Teacher, I just had something in my mind and then like I forgot
David,
it
let's
completely.
let's let Adele answer this one, please. Adele, what?
No, teacher, I just had like something good on my mind and I just forgot it and I'm ashamed of
You
myself.
regretted everything.
Regret. Something with regret. Okay, David.
this was about the argument before. I don't think we should. I mean, not that we should, but that we are supposed to write what it's about at the end, because it can be just like a metaphorical, not a metaphorical song, but it doesn't have to. The motive doesn't have to be clear. It's like a painting. You know, you perceive it the way you want to,
Okay.
or the way you feel towards
How
it.
do you suggest we do that?
Well, continue with like the things that we were doing, and I don't know, like
Wait,
the
I got it.
things
I got it.
the things I did cannot be undone. At least the explosion was a
We
lot of
do
fun.
this.
I don't know.
A portrait of my mother's face.
Made me regret something.
Made me realize.
No, the thing is that now it's actually the portrait of the mother's face who's disappointed on the heavens, like she's watching over you, like how could you do this?
Oh.
Made me the regret that
Brings me a
house
lot of disgrace and regret.
I don't think it can make you disgrace. No,
Let's do
wait.
this.
How do I
Face
explain
down
this?
regret.
regrets and
Maybe pain and regret.
I made myself.
I
Doesn't
made
make wait.
This will be something I will never forget. There it is.
down with pain and regret.
Or maybe
Mm,
no, that wouldn't be good either.
This is something I will never forget.
yeah, but it's not a good punchline. We need something more powerful there.
The guilt pouring over
Can we
me.
say a lesson learned, maybe?
Teacher, I know maybe something. It's not that good, but
Yes, Adele.
maybe I should have never made that bet. Like it could be.
Close. I think the tone is a bit off, though.
Yeah, because
Let's
it
just
could
give-
be as like while you were fighting your other self, like you sort of made a bet or something, you know? But it failed horribly or something.
Now, the idea that I have is something that David suggested. Now we are very low because we insulted our mother. We're very low on the ground, and her portrait just like laser shot upwards, like, and it was engraved on the heavens, on the sky. So there is like a distance. So how can we?
I don't know how to say this.
I don't get it. Why are we doing
But
that?
I don't know how to say it.
Why must the parents die in everything? Like in every
They're not
movie, in every
dead.
book?
I'm not saying they're
Why?
dead. We're talking about regret. We're talking about the feeling. Like, Marco, let's say that you insulted your mom, and you are.
We're only
you feel-
imagining that because it triggers a thing that we are using to write this.
Yes, Marco, let me explain. So, poetry is about very strong emotions. So imagine that you've insulted your mom. It's like the metaphor for that would be you blowing your house with dynamite. It's never going to be the same, and it doesn't mean that she's died, but you will feel so ashamed of yourself that you will feel as if she's always watching you, disappointed in you. Do you get it?
No matter how far away she is, you'll just still imagine it because of what you did.
Are we going to end this on a positive note or a negative note? How are we going to? Do you feel that we should write something like a lesson learned, or is it
No,
something?
if we ended on a positive note, it's gonna be too much of a cliche, you know. It has to
Exactly. It should be negative. It should be negative.
I don't know. It will come back somehow to me. I don't know. Just keep spinning in my
Maybe
mind.
confetti. I really like to use the confetti because it's such a nice image.
The confetti turned green.
Confetti that will never let me forget. But we need to describe the confetti. What are they like?
Colorful confetti, because like every single color represents a different type like of a feeling: sad, guilt, anger.
You
What
can
about the
also
dad?
make something with rain, because you above you have pain and regret, and you can use either regret or pain to rhyme.
Well, regret and forget is quite okay, but we need to modify the confetti here. What are we going to do here? Adjectives on C. Can anyone give me adjectives on C? Cruel? Not cruel.
Catastrophic.
I don't know if it makes sense, but something with like my emotions have been compromised, maybe? Does that make sense, or is it just not?
How are we going to rhyme it?
I don't know. You just said an adjective. No, that's a verb. God. What's wrong with me?
I
don't know.
Maybe like I don't know, like catastrophic confetti that I can't let myself forget. I don't know.
Marco, can you say that one more time?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it doesn't really fit it, but catastrophic confetti that I can't let myself forget. But like the
Oh, I can't let myself forget. So it's like I'm confetti that I can't let myself ever forget. Okay, but not catastrophic. Catastrophic is such a dull word. We need something more.
Maybe something like after that one, the fire inside me slowly dying out.
Oh, wait, I got it. Ashen. Ashen? Do you know what ashen is? It sounds cool. Laugh. Ashen means like ashes.
Maybe
one
chaotic.
thing, Koki doesn't have internet. I think
Chaotic
that maybe
confetti?
he's in the waiting room.
Chaotic. Oh, even better, colorless.
Oh.
Okay, so I think we got it. Let me see. So this is what the poem that we wrote in under an hour.
Why do we have to go so dark with it, though?
Well, what would you suggest?
I mean, no. I mean, there's nothing I can suggest when it comes to blowing up houses, but you know,
Listen up. Let's see if it works. So, the day I blew up my house with dynamite, I faced my own personal kryptonite. Brick after brick, part after part. Okay, one more time. The day I blew up my house with dynamite, I faced my own personal kryptonite. Brick after brick, part after part, memories scattered and thrown apart. The blue skies faded away, covered by what I feel. The damage that has been done can never heal. A gray and black painting of a broken nest feels like my heart is ripped from my chest. I'm waging an unwinnable war with myself, my forgiveness out of reach on the highest self. I misread it again, starting all over again. The day I blew up my house with dynamite, I faced my own personal kryptonite. Brick after brick, part after part, memories scattered and thrown apart. The blue skies faded away, covered by what I feel. The damage that has been done can never heal. A gray and black painting of a broken nest feels like my heart is ripped from my chest. I'm waging an unwinnable war with myself, my forgiveness out of reach on the highest shelf. The portrait of my mother's face rains down pain and regret, colorless confetti that I can't let myself ever forget. I like it. Dark.
But
Really
the
depressing, but
ever
really
at
cool.
the end, it's not necessary.
Yeah, maybe. Edgy, a bit, but it works. I think it works. My
Yeah.
point is that
Teacher, it's a little bit too dramatic.
it is dramatic, but poetry, it's poetry, Victor. My point is
Yeah,
that-
like it's poetry. It's poetry. A house exploded. Oh my god, that happens every day. So now we're gonna die.
Yep. Now, if you have
Well,
a
it
knack,
has to be drama because it never, not very often houses
If-
blow up.
if you have a knack for writing stories, though, you would focus more on the characters, and I want you to understand that. So it's a different type of writing. If you were writing about a story, you would start something like, it would be something
Kilo.
like this. When I came back from school, it was a gloomy day. It was raining outside. I wasn't feeling okay because my best friend let me down, and she told me that I was this and that. I was so angry that I couldn't control my emotions, and I remember the smell from the kitchen. It smelled like onions. My mom was cooking my favorite dish, but I couldn't control myself, so I insulted her, and she started crying. I felt so bad about it that I went into my room, I slammed my door, and I wanted to, and I cried myself to sleep. That's a story. You set up the mood, you talk about the characters, what they were wearing, what they were doing. This one is focused on images because every single line over here can be imagined as an image. It works like a photograph. Okay, so let me just remind you that prose is focused on setting, mood, characters. Poetry is focused on images and rhythm, because you could feel that while I was reading it, there was some kind of a rhythm, like to and we accomplished that with the rhymes as well. Plus, there is a metaphor. This one is the metaphor. All of it is full of metaphors, to be honest. The mother's portrait raining down pain and regret. It's a metaphor of how disappointed she was. Instead of you saying, and when my mother heard that, she frowned, you are saying that the portrait of your mom got stuck to the sky. So it's a metaphor, and there is a lot of alliteration here. We repeated www, bb. There was another one. Where is it? Yeah, but you get the point, right? So if you have talent for this, don't be afraid to go for it. An essay is a very safe option. So one more time. An essay is a very safe option for you to go for. But I've noticed that sometimes they want you to challenge yourselves with a different format. So why not practice this?
Teacher, one
Question:
thing.
what if you have no idea how to write poetry, like I don't?
You don't have to. That's why I said, if you have a knack for it, if you have talent for that, try to nurture.
I mean,
try to nurture.
I can write an essay really quickly and really easily, and I feel like I know how to write essays, but poetry is really not my strong side.
Well, you don't really practice that, and the poetry that you learn in during mother tongue lessons is about dead heroes on the battlefields and their horses and blood and
Yeah, I know, but given the fact that that's all I've learned in the past 8 years of my education, I do not think I have the time to learn enough poetry in the next 2 months till the
You've
competition.
taken drama lessons, so okay.
Yeah, I have,
Listen,
but
I
I
have
don't
another
know.
lesson. Unfortunately, I'll have to go now. Thank you
Okay,
for the
this
lesson.
was
I
an
hope
interesting. Teacher,
I-
next week, what are we going to learn next week?
I haven't decided. yet.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay,
decided.
then.
I hope
When is
you-
I forgot, when is the World Scores Cup?
3rd
going
and
to
4th
be?
of June.
Oh, there's time.
I
for
hope-
things.
I
No,
hope-
it's on. I think it's on the 8th and 9th. I think
Third and
they
fourth.
changed it.
I
Teacher, is
hope-
it gonna be online or?
We'll talk about it some other time. I have to go to the other lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I
goodbye.
hope it was an interesting
Yeah.
lesson for you guys.
Bye, it was.
Bye.
Bye.
Was.
It was very
Right.
fun.
Bye, teacher.